Eala's upcoming schedule revealed, and her next move will delight her army of fans. Eala's debut campaign at the Australian Open is over after her exit from the singles and doubles events, but where will the rising Filipina star play next? The world number 49 was beaten 6-0, 3-6, 2-6 by 99th ranked Alicia Parks in the opening round of the Australian Open Women's Singles Tournament on Monday. The 20-year-old then partnered Brazilian Ingrid Martins in the women's doubles draw, and the pair fell 6-7, 3, 6-2, 3-6 to Shuko Ami and Magda Linette in the first round. Eala is already massively popular in her home country, and she received remarkable support at the Grand Slam tournament of the Asia-Pacific. She is the only player in tennis history from the Philippines to reach a two-level final and break into the top 100 of the rankings, while she has also defeated two players ranked in the top 5, Madison Keys and Iga Swiatek at the 2025 Miami Open. Eala's upcoming schedule. Eala's next move will delight her home fans as she is set to compete at the inaugural edition of the Philippines Women's Open, which will be held from 26 to 31 January. The new event, which will be staged on outdoor hard courts at the Rizal Memorial Tennis Center in Manila, is a WTA 125 Challenger-level tournament. The singles draw will feature 32 players, and the total prize money on offer will be $115,000. It's a huge milestone in Philippine tennis, and I think it's a big deal for all of us Filipina tennis players, Eala told One Sports. It's been a dream to have a home tournament. I'm so happy that it's going to bring a lot of inspiration for the girls back home. Following the Philippines Women's Open, Eala is scheduled to compete at the Abu Dhabi Open, a WTA 500 tournament, which will be held from 1 to 7 February. Nigel Gupta, the Mubadala Abu Dhabi Open Tournament Director, confirmed that Eala has received a main draw wildcard for the event. Alexandra Eala has been given a wildcard to the main draw of the Mubadala Abu Dhabi Open 2026. Gupta was quoted as saying by the Filipino Times, "Fans will be excited to see who she faces and on which day when the draw is made on the opening day." Eala's next chapter, a homecoming for the ages. When a star rises, the whole sky seems to glow just a little brighter. For Filipinos around the world, that light right now is Alexandra Eala, the 20-year-old tennis prodigy who has steadily rewritten her nation's sporting history with every backhand, serve, and fearless run down the line. After a breakout season in 2025 that saw her crack the WTA Top 50, make WTA Tour Finals, and conquer Grand Slam main draws, the 2026 season has begun with a defining moment, her main draw debut at the Australian Open. Though her campaign ended earlier than hoped, the eruption of support, flags, cheers, and a sea of Filipino fans packing the stands in Melbourne confirmed something that was already clear. Alex isn't just playing tennis, she's carrying an entire nation's dreams with grace and ferocity. But defeat on the court doesn't define her story. What comes next, a chance to compete, to win, and to inspire, is exactly what her ever-growing army of supporters has been waiting for. A new beginning, Philippines Women's Open. Fresh from her Australian Open run, Eala is pivoting straight into a moment that's truly close to her heart, and will electrify fans back home. From January 26 to 31st, she is slated to compete at the inaugural Philippines Women's Open, a new WTA 125 Challenger-level tournament being held at the Rizal Memorial Tennis Center in Manila. This isn't just the next stop on her tour schedule. For millions of Filipinos, this is historic. Why this matters? Imagine this, a world-class tennis event taking place on home soil, with Eala front and center as the local favorite. This tournament marks the first WTA-sanctioned event in the Philippines at this level, spotlighting local tennis like never before. A rare opportunity for young Filipino players to see one of their own compete at a world-class level without flying thousands of miles. A moment where the crowd won't just cheer, they'll roar, because every home girl in action carries the hopes of every fan in the stands. For Eala herself, this is more than just another tournament. It's personal, a chance to bring world-class tennis energy back to the community that's lifted her up for years. Even before this announcement, the very idea of a home WTA event excited Filipinos because it signals the sport's evolution locally, and Alex's role as its centerpiece. Beyond Manila, the Abu Dhabi Open awaits. And just when fans think they've savored enough at home, Alex will take her talents next to the Middle East. From February 1st to 7th, she is scheduled to compete at the Mubadala Abu Dhabi Open, a prestigious WTA 500 event. This event is a step up in level, attracting elite players from across the globe and offering a stage to test her skills against some of the tour's toughest competitors. For Alex, the wildcard into the main draw is an acknowledgement of both her rising stature and the respect she's earned from peers and tournament directors alike. What fans are excited about? A chance to see Alex take on top-tier WTA talent after a spectacular year, where she scored wins over world-class opponents. More ranking points and major momentum early in the season, potentially fueling a deeper run into the heart of the tour. International spotlight and visibility, showing that Alex's rise isn't confined to regional acclaim. She's making waves globally. For fans in the Philippines and around the world, this is another chance to witness her growth, from local favorite to international contender. From Auckland to Melbourne, a season unfolding. To understand the significance of Alex's current schedule, let's rewind just a little. She began the 2026 campaign at the ASB Classic in Auckland, New Zealand, where she returned to competition after an incredible 2025. There, she impressed with gritty determination, including a comeback victory over the seasoned Donna Vekic. She then sharpened her form at the Kooyong Classic, an exhibition event that pitted her against talented pros, a chance to refine and elevate her game just before heading into the year's first Grand Slam. The Australian Open may not have ended with a trophy, but the experience was invaluable, exposing her to the highest stakes, the brightest lights, and crowd support the likes of which most players only dream about. Her performance, especially the commanding first set against Alicia Parks, reminded fans that she belongs on the biggest stage, and the rest is just momentum building. The heart of a champion, what this next phase means. The clay courts, the hard courts, the crowd noise, these are all chapters in Alex's ongoing story. But it's a resilience, vision, and connection to the fans that sets her apart. A journey built on milestones. To put this next leg into perspective, recall a few of her landmark achievements. She became the first Filipina to defeat a top 10 player, doing so at the 2025 Miami Open. She broke into the top 100 and then top 50 of the WTA rankings, a feat no Filipino woman had ever achieved. She made multiple historic runs in WTA events, including a tour semifinal and a WTA finals,